Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this video. This video is going into a story of two witches that I encountered my first year in the truth. Okay? My first year in the truth, when you first learn you're an Israelite and you start studying, reading, but you're not really fully settled fully yet. You might believe, but you need some more work, because I was watching different camps at the time, but I was mostly watching GMS. Okay, this is my first year, okay, in the truth. So, when it's sweet and you are very fervent to teach and, you want to teach anybody, man. Okay, you're just excited from the knowledge and wisdom you have learned. All right? But because that was my first year, you can make a lot of mistakes, thinking you got it, but then you got to slow down. Okay, so this story is going to show you that. Okay, I'm going to tell you about what happened with these two witches that I didn't know that were witches, but Yahweh Hashem Shai manifested it to me. So there was this.
And Issacharite, they Issachar, he that is hired, those are the Mexicans.
The lady, Issachar lady, at my job that I worked at. Okay, she was older, a lot older, and she was a nice lady at work. And one day, she knew that I studied the scriptures and stuff like that. So she called me on the phone and she was like, "Oh yeah, do you still study the scriptures, etc., etc.?" Like, yeah. Then she mentioned her daughter. She said, "My daughter, all she does is she wants to learn the Bible. Okay, we should get together." Now keep in mind, I'm living by myself, just me. All I'm doing is studying. That's all I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing else. I ain't going out. Even my neighbor at the time, which was Issachar at the time, she say, "Why you just sit on the balcony and just look at the sky? I never see you go nowhere. She about to go salsa dancing and shit." And she always seen me sitting there, on the balcony just in my own world. Okay, because, I was meditating, man, on the scriptures. I was studying. I was growing, So, but anyway, so we set it up where I met her. Well, she came to my house and she brought her daughter. Cool, whatever. So she brought her daughter and we started to read some scriptures and go into some things. Well, first we had a conversation over the phone. Okay, she had handed her daughter the phone, okay, when I was talking to her. And we went over some things over the phone first. Then, fast forward, we set it up where they can come over to the crib, whatever. So they came over. And we started studying and reading. And, they were just like excited. And, I'm shocked because at that time, it was rare to even run across somebody who was interested like that, let alone Issachar, let alone Issachar women.
Mexican.
Okay, at that.
Mexican women.
Okay. So I was excited to teach them. So I'm teaching them whatever, what I knew at least. And eventually, they kept wanting to come back over. They're writing notes, and then, she's buying Apocrypha, and she's buying the 1611 and all that stuff. They're getting into that. Okay, so I was like, man, they, maybe they serious. This is what I'm thinking in my head. Okay. Now, keep in mind, these are women here, right? So the mother, she liked me. I wasn't really paying attention to that, but she liked me. But then the daughter started to like me. Well, the daughter was married. Okay, now, at this point in the game right now, I would never, ever teach a married woman whatsoever. I wouldn't even entertain that, I'm like apostle to all that. Like, I don't want to see a picture of your woman. I don't care if you just met her. Don't show me a picture. I don't want to see nothing, man. That's your business. That's your thing. You keep that over there, But like I said, keep in mind, this was my first year in the truth. So certain things I didn't know how to handle, which is why you got to slow down, okay, before you see some things. Now, keep in mind, before I continue this story, when I was calling upon the name Yahweh Shai, I couldn't prove that was the name, but I believed it in my spirit. I'm like, them got to be the names. So I prayed to those names, okay, even to the point where I would pray to the names to send down angels and chariots, and the Lord would do it. So I was super pumped up around that time. This was early, so I saw a lot of things in the spirit, okay, and signs. I saw a lot of those things early my first year, okay, but I didn't know that I did not know that I would have to see the other side, okay, on the left hand side, man. Like Job say, shall he receive good and not receive evil? Okay, so I didn't understand that. Keep in mind, my first year. So, what I'm about to tell you, I was shocked at the time why this is happening, man, because I'm thinking everything good, the word is sweet, sweet as honey. I'm not thinking about the bitter part because I don't understand that part yet. All right? That's why experience is the teacher. Okay? So, back to the story. So, I didn't realize she was married until after the fact. Okay? But I was like, whatever, because he knew that was over there because the mother would take her because I knew the mother from work. So it was no problem. Okay. I started seeing that she started saying little things. Okay. So I knew, okay, man, she's starting to like me. I'm starting to see it and pick up on it. Okay. Now, her mother, I'm realizing her mother likes me too. Okay. I'm kind of fast forwarding. So one day, after a couple of times I'm coming over, she started to try to come over by herself. I'm talking about the daughter. But keep in mind, she's married. All right. So Satan was trying to set me up. All right. So she shows up by herself or whatever. I'm trying to figure out why her mom ain't with her and all this stuff. And she's talking and she's making comments and, she's talking about the kingdom of heaven, about, is she going to be somebody else's wife or can she be my wife? Like she's throwing little hints like that out. Okay. Without fully saying it, but she's like lingering little hints. So I started feeling uncomfortable. Like, man, I don't know about this, man. Okay. Because I thought she was sincere with her mother and learning, which, look, man, these women, man, the majority of women, are full of shit, okay? Okay, they can pretend they want to know the truth, but they'll have motives, all right? But anyway, so one day her mother wanted to use the restroom. She came the next time, okay? Now, I should have cut it off. Now, obviously, like I said, if I would have known what I know now, I would have never gotten that situation. So her mother, they came together. Her mother wanted to use the restroom. I said, okay, cool. So when they left, right, that night, I went to use the restroom. I looked to the left and I saw a long hair in my tub. Very long. Now they got long hair. I got a beard. I don't have long hair at the time. So I picked the hair up and it was real long and right in the middle was a white string tied in the middle. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the shit is this? So something told me to look on my ground. So I started looking on the ground and I started finding more hairs and more. I'm talking about like, it was so many hairs with strings tied in the middle. I was shocked. I was like, what the hell is this? So I'm sitting there picking up hairs. Keep in mind, they left. I'm picking up hairs and hairs and hairs, and I'm laying it on my sink, right? And every single one of them got a white string tied in the middle of the hairs. Like, it was a lot. So as I'm placing the hairs, right, on the sink, and I'm trying to count it, I'm like, okay, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. As soon as I placed like the 4th one there, okay, it just disappeared. So when I set it down, it just vanished right before my eyes. That's when I knew witchcraft was real, okay? That's when I got the experience in real time that witchcraft wasn't no joke, okay? So at that moment, I knew the spirit was like, this is witchcraft. So I knew at that moment, one of them or both are doing witchcraft on me or trying to do witchcraft on me in my house, okay? So once I realized that was happening, I had a flashback of conversations with the daughter, how she would start talking about her mom in a negative light. Okay? That's when I started seeing that it was a competition between them two to try to deal with me, even though the daughter is married. The mother's single, but the daughter is married. Okay, which is very wicked that they was trying to do that. All right? So they were getting jealous over each other of basically who I liked or didn't like. when I was just trying to teach. I was just fervent to teach, And so after it disappeared, the hair, and I was shocked, I had texted her, okay, and asked her, like, what the hell is going on? I got hairs disappearing in my house and hairs with strings, okay, and it had light brown hair and some of the hairs were dark. The mother had dark hair, real dark, and she had brownish, okay. So I'm basically talking to her like, hold up, what's going on, man? Then that's when she told me that witchcraft run in her family, that her mom, her aunts were witches and they did witchcraft, and then she started talking about her mom doing witchcraft when they were younger and
Mexican.
doing witchcraft on people, and all of a sudden she would wake up with boils on the bottom of her feet and she couldn't walk. She's telling me these stories about witchcraft.
That's what an Issacharite is.
Okay, but in my mind I'm like, no, both y'all doing witchcraft. Something ain't right. Okay, so you see how the Lord is showing me, like, to cut it off, like, don't deal with them no more. Okay, He's showing me that. So I had texted mother witchcraft 3 times in all caps with exclamation marks, points at the end. So it's like witchcraft, witchcraft, witchcraft. So I did that to get her attention. I didn't say nothing else. I just said that. She called me like 5 minutes later, all panicky, breathing hard. Tell me, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know you. I don't know why you text me witchcraft. What's going on?
It's not just Mexican
You can
women.
tell she was caught. So I said, don't lie to me. I said, you doing witchcraft in my house. I said, I found the hairs, I found this, etc., etc. I said, the Lord is manifesting that you've been doing witchcraft in my house. I said, don't lie. She said, what do you mean? I said, don't lie. I said, the Lord is going to judge you, right? This is what I'm telling her, the woman I worked with. And she says, if you say I'm doing it, then I'm doing it. I said, no. Either you are a witch or you're not a witch. Ain't no if I say. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong. If I'm mistaken and you're innocent, just say you're innocent. And maybe it's your daughter doing it. But one of y'all or both are doing witchcraft in my house. She started crying. She said, I'm sorry. I said, what are you sorry for? Because I'm scared the Lord is going to kill me. I'm scared the Lord, please tell the Lord don't kill me. I'm like, why are you worried about the Lord killing you if you're not a witch, if you ain't doing this stuff? Yeah, but if you say that I'm doing it, then I'm doing it because you're a man of the Lord. So if you say that, I'm doing it. She kept trying to play that game. So anyway, she's guilty, obviously, at this point. So at this moment, I'm like, okay. So the wife, the daughter, right? The ones who's married, that's why I call her the wife, because she's married. So she come over another time after that, right? Because I'm telling them, like, I ain't dealing with y'all no more. So she just pop up, right? And we're talking about it, and I'm telling her that y'all can't come over no more. I said, I don't know what's going on. And she said, it's my mother, it's not me. I'm telling you, it's her doing witchcraft. Now, we all know I shouldn't be talking to her at this point because she's married, but like I said, it's my first year in the truth. And I had no intentions with her whatsoever, but still, a woman needs to be at home and her own husband if that's his business. She learned the way she learned, but hey, she got to be under her husband at the end of the day. And the scriptures teach that. So I want to continue to make that point. Because that's one thing definitely that I look back, I said, damn. I said, I should have been and cut that off. What the hell was I thinking? But you're young and immature at the time. But anyway, so we're sitting there and all of a sudden, everything starts to slow down, right? And she's looking at me while we're talking because I'm pretty much about to cut it off, pretty much. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to cut it off. I'm like, look, you got to go your way. I can't deal with y'all no more. Y'all can't come over my house no more. This is what I'm about to do at this moment. Okay, the Spirit just revealed everything. So the Spirit telling me to cut it off now. So as I'm trying to cut it off and we're talking, all of a sudden, everything started slowing down. When I tell you this woman, her face started going in slow motion and she just gazing in my eyes and her whole face like turned like red, like quick. I'm talking about like red. And she had this glaze in her eyes and she just was staring at me and everything started to slow down. to the point where I had to like snap out of it, like, whoa, like, what the? When I saw that shit, how demonic that shit was, I knew that she was a witch too. It wasn't just her mother, it was both of their asses doing witchcraft.
Mexicans.
So both of these women were doing witchcraft, trying to get me to like him, trying to get me to be with him, trying to get me, okay, under the disguise of they want to learn the truth and they get Bibles and read and write notes, trying to make it look real pretty much on me. But they were witches, okay? Once that happened and I snapped out of that little daze where she was going slow, it was weird, man, like very demonic. That's when I told her, bye, you gotta go. And she just kind of like, you can tell she knew I knew at that moment. She didn't even say much. She was like, okay, I'll go. That's when I knew that it was both of them pretty much doing witchcraft on me, man. And I don't think I never told this story to even brothers, but the spirit had me tell it, man. You got to be careful. You
Heathen
got to be
women too.
careful, for you guys just coming into the truth and you just learning, man. You're going to get both sides. You don't know how that's going to come. Okay, that was a very, very strange interaction, But at the end of the day, I learned from it big time, man. Okay, because that was my first year in the truth. So that was years and years and years ago. Okay, it's a lot of stuff I would have did differently if I would have had the wisdom at that time and the experience, But I was just beginning, so that's why I'm telling you, you brothers and you sisters, what happened, man. That witches are real. Okay, they the real deal. All right. When I tell you I saw that hair disappear in front of my face, it tripped me out. It literally, as soon as I set it down, it just vanished. And I was looking for, I was like, what? That was like the tipping point of like, okay, yeah, this is witchcraft. Let alone all those hairs with strings in the middle that were tied. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I forgot that with that white string in the middle, they had my beard hair tied in the mix of that white string. Okay, they had my beard hair in the middle. So I forgot that point. Let me go to a couple of scriptures before I end out. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Right, man. Okay? Witches are real, nothing new. Okay? From generation to generation, you have witches. Okay, you have high-level witches, elder witches. You have low-level witches that are learning up under those elder witches.
Their daughters.
Okay, just like on the right-hand side, you got elder teachers, and you got younger brothers and sisters learning up under those elder teachers. Okay, on the right-hand side. Okay? Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Right, man. But rejoice inasmuch as you are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. Right, man. Okay? If you be reproached for the name of Yahweh, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh rests upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. Right, man. Okay, so ultimately, that was part of my path. I had to learn that, because at that time, everything was going good, man. Yeah, I lost different things like we do normally. When you go into the truth, you lose friends and stuff like that. But I was okay with it. Okay, but seeing angels and chariots and, at an early age and all these different signs from the heavens, it pumped me up. I was excited. All I wanted to do is read the scriptures and just stay in the scriptures. I didn't want to do nothing else. But I didn't know that I would experience the other side, okay? That darkness, man. That witchcraft. I didn't know that was going to come like that. And that's how it came, man. From a woman at work. Oh, my daughter, she wants to learn, this, that. Shit, and all that turned into witchcraft, man. Come on, man. These women are evil and wicked, okay? They're evil and wicked. Watch out, man. Be circumspect, be wise. Listen to the teachers, okay? The apostles and the elders on down. We tell you the truth about women because we have experience. In all kinds of areas we have experience with women, so we know. So with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the Elders Great Millstone. And shalom to you, Akim out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.
And I would like to say that when it comes down to Issacharite, those are the so-called Mexicans, right? Those are the so-called Mexicans. And when it comes down to all the other 12 tribes and stuff, they do this. You see, sense, smells, sexual magic, they grab this and grab that and stuff and be on that voodoo shit. They do this. The Haitians are heavy into it, you see, and also some Puerto Ricans as well. Get what's called to start with an S, and it's between the Dominicans and the Haitians, and they go into that witchcraft. In that movie Bright with Will Smith with the ogre looking thing, the one that was named Jacob, which is a very spiritual movie. Uh, uh, they show what, because they try to give off that Issacharite type vibe and whatnot, but it shows Mexicans why they female or males, because if it's a male witch, it's called a warlock. That's what they into, you see, to get their way. They use the left hand, which is real, to have their ways, you see, which is going to cause a lot of them to be destroyed, right? The Lord is not with them if they continue in that, you see, because it brings instant gratification, and, there's several different other things and whatnot and stuff, and uh, it's not just Israelite women of the tribe of Israel, all 12 tribes. No, it's not just them, it's also heathen women, you see, and they're into that, you see, you know, and, just a little add on. I hope the video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Wahara HaKodash, double honors to apostles, great millstone, and citations to your elect, which you ought to be. Shalom, wa Baba, Guam, Yasharala.